Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me?
Learning begins the moment your child is born.
Baby, baby, baby.
Do you want to play too?
Every child is filled with vast potential for success in life. And those first 3 years can have the greatest impact on your child's learning.
Apple, look, where's the strawberries at? Yes, that's lemon too, and kiwi.
Wow, awesome job.
It's all about giving a child a proper start. That's what being a parent is all about.
Yay, we didn't like that song.
I wanted to make sure that I was here every day. Such a joy.
Every parent of every background can make a positive difference in their child's life.
It's peeling. Boom.
A few simple, everyday activities can make a big difference.
And those are flowers.
That's why The Basics is working with research and community leaders to promote an important new initiative. The Basics are 5 simple principles that we want everyone to know. The first of the basics is to maximize love and manage stress.
You got them?
The second is to talk, sing, and point.
Let's take a bath, a lovely bubbly bath.
The third is to count, group, and compare.
1, 2, 3.
The fourth is to encourage and enable movement in space and play.
I got it! Use!
And the fifth is to read, but not just to read. We want to read and discuss stories.
Whoa, what is that? A duck. What does the duck sound like? Quack.
These are the 5 fun and simple things that every parent can do beginning from birth.
High five. Oh, yes.
Let's all work together to make sure our children can become the best, most well-prepared they can possibly be.
Maximize love.
And manage stress.
Talk, sing,
And point.
Count, group,
Y compare.
Explore through
movement, and play.
read.
And discuss stories. Please join us and help spread the word. How do children learn to love? Babies thrive when the world feels loving, safe, and predictable. So when we say maximize love, we're talking about the things that you can do to help your baby feel loved, happy, and safe.
Right? No.
It's really important to show them a lot of love.
Wrapping her allows me to be hands-free, and it also shows her that I love her, I guess.
She feels one now.
The simplest way to maximize love is to express affection. Hugging and cuddling, smiling and laughing, playing silly games together. These are all ways to communicate how much you love them. Other ways are by encouraging and showing excitement when they try something new or difficult.
Yes! I love it! You know, good old-fashioned hugging, kissing, letting her know we love her.
It also teaches them about the give and take of communication.
Good job. You need a hug? Okay.
Respond to your child's sounds, gestures, and facial expressions. If you pay attention, you will learn what your baby is trying to signal. Having standard daily routines is a way to make the world feel predictable for your child And it's also a way to manage your own stress.
We have meal routines and we have bedtime routines. So we have bath time before bed and play, and then we'll read together. So that's kind of a rhythm that we have.
Routines help your child know what to expect. They can be comforting. They can also help with transitions.
She knows when the house just starts to quiet down and settle down. She knows it's time to go to bed.
If I come home and Dom is stressed, I try to take on that stress. Because I can say to her, like, let me help you out. Let me control this, what I can control.
Stress is just a part of life. Some stress is normal and even important because it helps children learn how to cope with stress that they're likely to experience in the future as part of their everyday lives. Being loving and responsive are ways to help your child to cope with and ultimately recover from the stresses of everyday life. The point is not to be stress-free. The point is for you and your child to survive those moments of stress, to overcome them, and to continue toward being your best self.
I'm going to have a very honest moment. I am stressed a lot. But I think one thing I've learned is to get out every day and to just let it go.
Because the relationship is so close, your own feelings can affect your child's feelings. So it's important to take care of yourself. One of the best ways to feel at peace and to manage your own stress is just to hold the baby close.
There are times when I get stressed, but I also think about what a great gift this is.
Ultimately, nothing in life is more important or more rewarding than the bond of love between a parent and a child. Cherish your child and take care of yourself. That's the message.
They are my reward. These cute little faces. Look at that. Look at that, boo-boo. I can't wait for them to be able to give mommy a kiss back.
How do you manage everyday stress and express love to your child? Which of your family members and friends should also see this video? Please join us and help spread the word. How do children learn to communicate?
That's right.
Bananas, yes. Okay.
Children are learning language from the moment they're born, so we need to narrate life from the very beginning.
Are you ready to take a nap soon, or are you ready to eat?
Language learning happens in the context of the relationship between the parent and the child.
I really like to just keep my eye contact. That's like a huge thing.
When you get really close with your baby and you are having that eye contact and you're going back and forth, you're teaching them what communication is all about. You're teaching them what love and relationships are all about.
Wow, what color is that?
It's purple.
It is purple. Amazing.
A parent should speak to the child in whatever language the parent is most comfortable speaking. It doesn't really matter. It's the human voice. It's the communication.
If I were to talk to her in English right now and then switch to Spanish, she'll know exactly what I'm talking about. It's just awesome.
Aquí, aquí, aquí. Ready? Go. Good job.
When they express a thought, repeat the thought and elaborate. Add a word to it. They say, oh, that's a house. You say, yes, that's a blue house. Or that's a car. Yes, that's a big car.
No, so bigger.
They are bigger. I know. Remember when they were much smaller? They've gotten much, much bigger.
Eat them?
Not yet.
You will be adding words to their vocabulary.
Let's take a walk. A lovely, bubbly walk.
Singing can make communication lots of fun. Anything you can say in real words, you can express in a song.
Children love singing and love the rhythm, and they remember the song, and so they're able to participate. One green and speckled frog sitting on a speckled log, eating the most delicious bugs. Yum, yum. One dives into the pool.
Children like to sing. Babies like to hear you sing. Your baby is your most admiring audience.
Dad, look, my suit.
If you point at what you're talking about, it will give them an idea of what it is you're talking about. They'll start to associate words with objects, and after a while, they will start to point. So when we talk about point, sing, talk, those are all ways of connecting with your child.
Always talk to your baby. They can understand so much more than you think they can. It's a way of loving them to talk to them.
How do you help your child to learn about communication and language? Which of your family members and friends should also see this video? Please join us and help spread the word. How do children learn to count, group, and compare?
Avery, you gonna count with me? 1, 2.
People often make statements like, I'm just not a math person. But actually, we're all born to be math people.
Let's say, wee.
Fascinating new science shows that babies come into the world already wired to learn math concepts.
1, 2, 3.
And what they learn in those first few years makes a difference when they start school.
At the age from 0 to 5 years old, their brain they developing really rapidly. So this is really good time to teach them how to count.
You want to do numbers? 1, 2, 3.
Learning to count is a first and important step. Children learn to count strings of numbers before they really understand what the numbers mean.
6.
The next big leap is to understand how many things each number stands for.
What we do with her blocks is we'll go 1, then put 2 together, then put 3 together, put 4 together, and 5. So what we want to see is if she can gradually make it from knowing the 1 is the 1 and the 5 is actually 5 different things.
In other words, the number 4 or the number 5 represent 4 or 5 of something.
Do you want to do some laundry? Gonna help Mama?
So when you're with your child, talk about numbers and connect those numbers to groups of things.
How many socks?
1, 2.
2 socks.
She just celebrated her 3rd birthday, so we made a wall of 3s. She's 3 years old. There's 3 sides to a triangle. There's 3 parts to an egg, a shell, the whiting, and the yolk. Honestly, I don't think it sinks in until later on she'll talk about there's 3 sides to a triangle. So I'm teaching her, but I don't expect her to get it right then.
We use things that we know she likes, like books. So we'll say, go get 2 books, and she'll come back with 2 books.
Let's go.
You don't need to set aside extra time for these things. Just talk about what you're seeing and doing as you go about your normal daily activities. Talk about shapes. Look for shapes when you're out and about. Talk about how far you have to walk to get home.
You can count the lines in the cement when you're walking down the sidewalk. You know, every 10, we'll clap and say we got 10.
Excellent.
As you go about your day, talk about things like size and distance.
1.
By including your child in everyday activities and talking to them about the magnitudes and distances and the sizes of the things you touch, you are building foundations for math.
3. Yes.
Then someday you may hear the statement, yep, I'm a math person. When that day comes, take some of the credit.
6. I feel like right now she's a sponge and she's taking everything in. She is definitely learning from us. Every moment's a teaching moment in my mind. Good job.
How do you help your child learn to count, group, and compare? Which of your family members and friends should also see this video? Please join us and help spread the word. How do children learn to explore?
Yes, go, 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 go. Good job.
Physical activity, exploration, and play are important for many reasons. One is the development of coordinated, strong, and healthy bodies. Another is that physical activities exercise the mind just as much as the body. The youngest children learn by touching, reaching, grasping, and experimenting on their surroundings. Each new phase of physical development brings new opportunities for learning and development.
How did you think about letting her start to explore?
Oh, she had the run of the house. This whole first floor was hers. So we just, let her just explore. We'll get down there together and crawl with her.
There are simple ways to support the movements that babies make.
Hey, pretty girl. You're so pretty.
One is to make sure that they spend some time on their stomach every day. This is called tummy time. During tummy time, babies raise their heads and make crawling motions. Gradually, their upper body gets stronger until they can actually crawl. Tummy time also gives them a new view of their surroundings. Once children develop more mobility, you can find activities where they can move around more.
Go ahead, sweetie. I look for certain things that she can do or can't do at all, or things that she may need assistance with.
Yes, right.
If children are working through something, it can be tempting to jump in quickly and show them the answer. But it's better to stand back and give them a little time to figure it out. Give them a chance first.
In the house, we kind of let her fall. We want her to be able to learn her boundaries. We want her to be able to test her physical limits and see what she can and can't do, which is a part of her development. The more she learns about her body and herself and what she can do, I feel like the better she'll be prepared. Yeah.
They'll be developing coordination and problem-solving skills at the same time.
There's a row of about, 10, 11 U-shaped bike racks. Right. And she decided to walk under all of them. And then the last one, she decided to hang from it. And I hadn't seen her do that before.
Right.
So I believe she was testing her limits on that. I believe she's getting more confidence physically.
So don't underestimate the value of play.
I think it's really important for them. It's a way they can explore the world around them.
Step back and watch where your child's curiosity takes them. Young children are like scientists, and you can cultivate their interest in the world by enabling exploration. Watch them, and you will learn about the things that they are interested in and the very interesting people they are becoming. How do you encourage exploration through movement and play? Which of your family members and friends should also see this video? Please join us and help spread the word. How do children learn to think?
Llama, llama, red pajama, thump, thump, thump.
Reading to your child is a way to expose your child to language from the very beginning. It's a way to develop warm, fuzzy, good feelings associated with books and learning.
Llama, llama, stretch. Can you stretch? Llama, llama, bow.
With infants, choose books that are simple, sturdy, and colorful. It's all about the pictures when it's with infants.
Sometimes we'll just pick one up if it's playtime. We'll pick up a book and read it. He's really good at turning pages, so we don't always get through all the words. But it's more about pointing at the pictures and talking about them.
I'm a giraffe, and I have to...
Actively involving your child in this way is more important than reading all the words on the page. It's the experience that matters.
What are they doing? They're on a swing. I look.
Snuggle up with your child so that they feel cozy and have a good view. Point to different parts of the page as you tell the story.
Who's that? It's a mama.
You can also talk about the colors and the shapes in the pictures.
This is blue. Yellow. Reading a book to an infant, I think it's just hearing your voice and seeing the pictures. Eventually, she's able to see that pictures are associated with words. So we read the same books over and over again. So when she sees that picture, eventually she's going to understand that I'm pointing to the color blue, that's blue.
He closed the door and went back to the business of making his breakfast. He's making his breakfast, yes.
As children get a little bit older, you can expose them to other parts of the reading process. Before you start to read a book, examine the cover, talk about the title, flip through the pages to see all the colors. While you're reading, ask questions that get your child to think.
Where's the mouse? Ta-da! Ta-da! That's the mouse.
She asks questions. She recalls the story. So if you read it to her previously, she will recall, and sometimes I'm like, oh wow, how'd you remember that? Because I don't. She will point certain things out, like this is a giraffe, or this is an ant, or this color is yellow. So it's good because it teaches me to make sure that I'm on my toes with her.
What does she say? Help. I need help.
Point to the words. Show them how reading works from left to right on the page. And there are spaces between the words. You can point to show them.
When I think it's a new word for him, I'll say, can you say that? And kind of try to define it in terms of the words I know he already knows.
Why can I be as big as a pig rolling in the mud, said Mouse. Where's the mouse? Oh, you're right. You're pointing right to the mouse.
As you read, stop once in a while to talk about what's happening in the story. Respond to your child's comments and questions. Build on your child's interest as they develop. So if they're interested in bugs or dinosaurs or butterflies, go to the library and get some books about those topics.
No one ever came to Bear's house. She loves reading.
The more fun reading is, the better. It's all about developing a lifelong love of learning, so make it fun. How do you help your child enjoy reading and discussing? Which of your family members and friends should also see this video? Please join us and help spread the word.